Hello and welcome to Fight News Now Extra Boxing Edition. I am Corey Erdman. Coming up today, Kid Chocolate is coming to get his title back. Canelo Kirkland might have a firm date, and a 43-year-old looks to pull another world title miracle in Thailand. Jermain Taylor is facing several charges after discharging a firearm in the presence of minors and shooting his cousin last August. So the IBF has decided that he will not be able to defend his IBF middleweight title in an appropriate amount of time. The IBF has stripped Taylor and ordered Hassan Endam and Felix Sturm to fight for the vacant title instead. Taylor was scheduled to face Sergio Mora this past Friday. However, Mora defeated A.B. Han by split decision instead. Endam earned the #1 contender spot by defeating Curtis Stevens last year, while Sturm is a 4-time middleweight title holder and future Hall of Famer who last fought to a draw at a catchweight with Robert Stieglitz. Speaking of middleweight titles, Andy Lee will defend his WBO version against the very man who vacated the title in the first place. Lee is set to face Kid Chocolate Peter Quillin on April 11th, with some suggesting it could be part of the primetime NBC offering, also featuring Danny Garcia versus Lamont Peterson. Quillin, of course, vacated this title last year, allowing Lee to go on and knock out Matt Korobov for the vacant strap. Lee was scheduled to face Billy Joe Saunders, however, Saunders has accepted step-aside money and perhaps an undercard slot on the same card to allow for this fight to happen. According to Oscar De La Hoya, at least one big fight is still in line to happen on May 2nd. De La Hoya told Boxing Scene that he is still targeting May 2nd as the date for Canelo Alvarez-James Kirkland. When the fight was first announced, that was the plan. However, as there seemed to be progress on the Mayweather-Pacquiao front, the promotion backed off and simply started saying the fight was happening sometime in May. Now, the leading contender in terms of venues appears to be the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, close to Kirkland's home base in Austin, and where Canelo drew more than 40,000 fans against Austin Trout. And lastly, a title fight of the smallest stature appears to be added to the boxing schedule, as knockout CP Mart appears set to defend his interim WBA minimum weight title on March 5th against 43-year-old Muhammad Rahman. Mart won the title in a tough fight against Carlos Buitrago in October of last year and will be making his first defense. Rahman was thought to have retired after losing his WBA minimum weight title to Pornsawan Porpramuk. However, he's since won 2 fights, including one last February. The Indonesian legend is a 2-time world champion whose last big win came in a title-winning effort over Kwantai Simmersang, a wild fight in which he garnered praise as an upset of the year candidate in 2011. That's all for today's boxing news. For more on the sweet science, log on to FightNetwork.com and follow us on Twitter @FightNet.